Hello everyone, this is Al Red Sox Fan coming to you from Al Red Sox Fan YouTube channel. Hope all is well. And we're going to continue with our 1977 New York Metropolitans replay using Action PC Baseball. And in tonight's matchup, we have the New York Mets taking on the Houston Astros, game one of a doubleheader. We'll be only playing one game tonight. The Astros are 33-23, and the surprising go-go New York Metropolitans are 31-24. They have snapped their losing streak and have won 2 in a row. So let's get to the ballpark and the starting lineups. Here at the Astrodome, we see the original Grognard. Check out that great military strategy channel. Sports, military, space, wrestling, and much, much more. Also, say hello to Rosie Cunningham in the chat. Check out her channel. Dave Gardner is here at the Astrodome also. HockeyTournaments.com. Dave Gardner, HockeyTournaments.com. Also check out his YouTube channel. The thumbnail that was put up, just a quick note, should be a Mets logo. Unfortunately, YouTube, even though I have changed it, it still, I believe, says Travel Time Tennis, the stream I did last night. Why they do that, I don't know. It takes forever to switch it. Alright, now to the ballpark. So the Mets currently stand in third place, 3 games behind the Pittsburgh Pirates. The Pirates are 32-19, a half game in front of the Philadelphia Phillies, who are 33-21. The Mets 31-24, 3 back, followed by Chicago 5 back at 28-25. St. Louis 9 back, Montreal 10.5 back in the National League East. In the National League West, Houston is a game and a half back behind the Cincinnati Reds, who the Mets just finished up with before starting this series on their West Coast trip. Cincinnati 33-20. Houston, as we stated, 33-23. The Dodgers 4 games back at 31-26, followed by the Padres 14.5 back, the Giants 14.5 back, and the lowly Atlanta Braves 15.5 back. The lineups here for the New York Metropolitans, a visiting team. Lenny Randle leading off, batting first, playing third base. Bruce Beauclair batting second in right field. John Stearns doing the catching in game one of this doubleheader, batting third. Batting fourth in left field, Ed Kranepool. Batting fifth at first base, John Milner. Batting sixth in center field, Lee Mazzilli. Batting seventh at second base, Felix Leon. Batting eighth at shortstop, Mike Phillips. Batting ninth, doing the pitching, Craig Swan. He is 4-1. For the Houston Astros, leading off, playing center field, Cesar Cedeno. Batting second, the third baseman, Enos Cabell. Batting third, the right fielder, Jose Cruz. Batting fourth in left field is Crawford. Batting fifth, playing first base, Bob Watson. Batting sixth, doing the catching, Joel Ferguson. Batting seventh, playing second base, Art Howe. Batting eighth, playing shortstop, is Gonzalez. And batting ninth, doing the pitching, towing the rubber, is J.R. Richard. He comes into this retro replay with a record of 10-1 with a 1.74 earned run average. We also have another luminary I see here at the Astrodome. That is Baseball Demos. Check out that wonderful card and dice baseball channel. He says, where the Bad News Bears played the second movie, James Rooney Richard was a beast. That's right, the second movie was at the Astrodome, and William Devane was the coach, not Walter Matthau. Just a little Bad News Bears trivia. Again, the original is the best. Second one wasn't too bad. Alrighty, so here's Lenny Randle in the retro replay. Randle batting .324, no homers, 7 ribbies. The Mets won a thriller in game one of the series, winning in extra innings, 6-4, I believe it was. Skip Lockwood picked up the win. Tom Terrific picked up the save. Tom Seaver, as we're playing with historical transactions, will be traded shortly to the Cincinnati Reds. Again, we play with historical transactions and injuries. The other teams are also playing with their historical lineups and pitching staffs. I am not playing historical lineups or pitching staffs. I have to play with the roster that's given to me each and every day, but I'm making my own roster lineup decisions and pitching staff decisions. That's how we're 31-24 by playing go-go Mets baseball and mixing and matching. So here's Lenny Randle to face J.R. Richard. Again, Richard 10-1 with a 1.74 earned run average in the replay. In actuality, 18-12 with a 2.97. Behind the plate is Joe Ferguson. He is a 7 out of 10 defensive catcher with an 8 out of 10 arm. Cabell, 6 out of 10 at third. Gonzalez, below average at short, 4 out of 10. Howe, 5 out of 10 at second. And Watson, 7 out of 10 at first. In left field, Crawford, 4 out of 10 defensive range with a 3 arm. You can run on him. Cesar Cedeno is excellent in center, 9 out of 10 defensive range, 8 out of 10 arm. And Jose Cruz, very good in right, 7 out of 10 defensive range, 8 out of 10 arm. Here's Lenny Randle, 9 out of 10 bunter. We're on the AstroTurf here in the Astrodome. Here's the pitch. He's going to try to drag one down, and that's a pretty good one. Charging in is Watson. He gets there quickly. He fires the Howe on the wheel play, and Randle is out. So Bob Watson didn't look like a bull on that one. He was more like a springing cat pouncing on a mouse. Throws to Howe, 1 down. Here comes Bruce Beauclair, batting 382 in the replay, 1 homer, 14 ribbies. In actuality, 293, 4 homers, and 44 runners knocked in. Left-handed batter. J.R. Richard picks up the sign from Ferguson. Here's the pitch to Beauclair. Beauclair sends that ball center field, and Cedeno can't get there. It's going to be off the wall. Beauclair racing to third. Here's the relay throw, and he is safe. Beauclair triples over Cedeno's head to center. And here come the go-go Mets. John Stern strides the plate. Catcher, batting 280, 5 home runs, and 30 runners driven in. Sports Time Machine's also here at the Astrodome. He says, hello, Al. So what made you do a Mets replay with being a Boston fan? Good question. I like the Mets. I hated 1986. I always rooted for the Mets. It took me a long time to re-root for the Mets after they beat the Red Sox in 86. I always had a National League team and obviously the American League, the Red Sox. I always liked the Mets. So, especially when they got Mike Piazza and Bobby Valentine and Robin Ventura, Todd Zeal, all those. That was a fun team. The team that lost to the Yankees. But I always enjoyed the Mets. We saw a lot of them where I lived. When you didn't get a Red Sox game, the game of the week usually got a Mets game. All right, so Beauclair, and check out Baseball Demos channel and also Sports Time Machines channel. Great sports channels there. John Stearns, in actuality, 251, 12 homers, and 55 ribbies. Beauclair takes a lead off third. J.R. Richard rocks and fires to Stearns. Stearns sends that ball to left. Crawford going back, makes the catch. Beauclair, 93% chance of scoring. He's going to tag up. Here's the throw. He slides in, and he is safe. 1-0, go-go Mets. As Beatles Attorney has joined us, he says, muck the Mets. Oh, muck the Fets. I see what he did there. I see a little, dyslexia with those words. Check out Beatles Attorney. Just did a wonderful out-of-the-ballpark tutorial on the Negro Leagues. So check that out. It was absolutely awesome. Remember to subscribe to all the good friends in the chat who are content creators, such as Beatles Attorney. And Larry Harris has joined us. How you doing? Hope all is well. Here comes Ed Cranepool, 2 outs, no one on, 1-0 Metropolitans. Cranepool batting 284 in the replay, no homers, 19 ribbies. In actuality, 281, 10 homers, and 40 runners knocked in. Cranepool digs in at left-hander's batter's box. Joe Ferguson sets the target. J.R. Richards rocks and fires. Cranepool, fly ball, right center. Cedeno calls off Cruz, makes the catch. Side is retired, but the Mets score 1. The triple and sac fly. We go to the bottom of the first, 1-0 Metropolitans. Due up for the Astros, Cedeno, Cabell, and Cruz. On the mound for the Mets, a very young Craig Swan. 4-1 in the replay, 2.50 ERA. In actuality, 9-10 with a 4.23. Behind the plate, John Stearns, who knocked in the run with a sac fly. 6 out of 10 defensive ability, 7 out of 10 arm. Randall, average at third. Phillips, not so good at short when it comes to range. 3 out of 10. Beyond, very good, 7 out of 10 at second. Milner, below average at first, 4 out of 10. Cranepool is in left, 4 out of 10 range, and he has a noodle arm of 3 out of 10. Lee Mazzilli, the best outfielder out there right now. 6 out of 10 arm, 6 out of 10 defensive range, and he's in center. Bruce Beauclair, 3 out of 10 range, 4 out of 10 arm. And here's Cesar Cedeno. Cedeno, 222, 4 homers, 24 ribbies, 7 out of 10 bunter. Corners will play in for the Metropolitans. Randall in at third, Milner in at first. Swan takes a deep breath, looks in, nods his head. Here's the pitch to Cedeno. Goes the pitch around. Cedeno grounds it up the middle. Mian's there near the bag. He throws to Milner. 1 down. So for Craig Swan to be successful, he has to hit the blacks of the plate. Inside, outside, up and down. Doesn't want to get over the middle. Here's Enos Cabell, third baseman for the Astros, batting .259, 6 homers, 21 ribbies. Clinton Parks has joined us at the Astrodome. Hope all is well. Check out that wonderful baseball channel. Lots of digital diamond baseball in there, and Clinton Parks, as well as Beatles attorney, tremendous baseball historians. So here's Cabell, right-handed batter. In actuality, batted .282, 16 homers, 68 ribbies. He's also a very good bunter, 8 out of 10. Cruz is on deck. Again, the corners move in for the Metropolitans. They don't want to be beat at their own game of go-go baseball. Randall in at third, Milner in at first. Again, Swan will try to hit the black of the plate. Pitch around, here's the pitch. And that is a base hit, right center field. Mazzilli cuts it off. Cabell has a 1-out single. Excellent running ability, 10 out of 10. 61% chance of stealing second. Milner to hold him on. Here comes Jose Cruz, batting .305, 4 homers and 28 ribbies. In 1977, for a full season, it was .299, 17 homers and 87 runners knocked in. Cruz, left-handed batter. Phillips and Mian hope to turn 2 up the middle. Swan throws over. Cabell is back. Swan again peeks over. Pitch out. There goes Cabell, the throw down by Stearns, and Phillips puts the tag on him. What a throw by John Stearns, and there are 2 down. Joe Torre happy with that in the dugout of the Metropolitans. So 2 outs, base is empty. 1 ball, no strikes on Jose Cruz. Again, the corners move in now. 9 out of 10 bunter. Swan nods his head. The windup and the pitch to Cruz. Fly ball deep to right. Beauclair at the wall makes the catch, and the side is retired. Jose Cruz just missed that one. Dave Little has joined us in the chat. Another wonderful channel in our community, our eclectic, marvelous community. Sports sims, Game of Thrones, TV entertainment, movie entertainment, video game play, you name it, this community has it. Check out Dave Little doing a 1970s basketball replay. Alright, due up for the Metropolitans, Milner, Mazzilli, and Mian. M. John Milner, .244, 4 homers, 21 ribbies. In actuality, .255, 12 homers, and 57 runners knocked in. J.R. Richard back up on the bump. Picks up the sign from Ferguson. He kicks and deals to Milner. Milner sends that ball right center field. Cruz on the run, makes the catch, calls off Cedeno, 1 down. Lee Mazzilli riding an 8-game hitting streak. Batting .258, 1 home run, 11 runners knocked in. Mazzilli in actuality, in 77, .250, 6 homers, 46 ribbies. 8 out of 10 bunter. Here comes the drag bunt from Mazzilli. And Ferguson jumps on it, throws to Howe on the wheel play. And Mazzilli's out, so the Astros have the Mets well scouted. They're not going to get beat with the small ball, it seems. We've tried twice, to no avail. Felix Millan, the second baseman, right-handed batter, steps in the box. 239, no home runs, 14 RBI. In actuality, 248, 2 homers, 21 runners knocked in. Richard nods his head. The windup and the pitch to Millan. Millan grounds it to Cabell at third, throws across to Watson. Two down, excuse me. 3 down, excuse me. As 1, 2, 3 go the Metropolitans, as the M&M boys, Milner, Mazzilli, and Millan all made outs. Coffee's not working. So due up in the bottom of the second, trailing by 1 for the Astros, Crawford, Watson, and Ferguson. Willie Crawford, I believe, used to play for the Dodgers, batting .337, 4 home runs, 16 ribbies. As Todd B has joined us in the chat. How you doing? Another luminary here at the Astrodome. In actuality, Willie Crawford, .254, 2 homers, 18 ribbies. Left-handed batter. Swan's ready to work. We go pitch around. And Crawford goes the other way, left center field, as that ball quickly shot past Phillips at short. So Crawford's on at first, very slow. Milner is going to play behind him, give him a little more range, and here comes the bull, Bob Watson. .301, 11 homers, 40 ribbies. In actuality, .289, 22 home runs, 110 runners knocked in, and also had a part in Bad News Bears 2, as he played for the Astros, and they went to play as Dave from Baseball Demo said in the Astrodome. Swan deals to Watson. Fly ball. Cranepool, left field, out. Cranepool didn't even have to move. So 1 out, Crawford still at first. Milner will play behind him. And here comes Joe Ferguson, the catcher. .257, 6 homers, 23 ribbies. No, Joe Ferguson didn't play 2 sports. This isn't the Buffalo Bills quarterback. Ferguson, in actuality, .257, 16 home runs, 61 runners knocked in. Right-handed batter. Good chance for a double play here. Stearns wiggles the fingers, sets the target. Swan kicks and deals to Ferguson. And he strikes him out. Got him swinging. Off-speed pitch. So there's 2 outs. The obsession why the PC wants Milner to hold a slow-footed Crawford on is beyond me. He'll play behind him. Here comes Art Howe. .287 for the second baseman. 5 home runs, 25 ribbies. In actuality, .264, 8 homers, and 58 runners knocked in. Swan nods his head. Here's the pitch to Howe. Fly ball, left center field. Mazzilli on the run, makes the catch. Side is retired. Top of the third, 1-0 go-go Metropolitans. Due up for the Mets. Phillips, Swan in the top of the order. Lenny Randall. Mike Phillips, .247, no homers, 5 ribbies. He batted .209 in 1977, 1 home run and 3 runners knocked in. Thank you very much, Beatles. He says, let's remember to please smack that like button. Content creators always appreciate when you smack that like button. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Alright. Richard picks up the sign from Ferguson. He kicks and fires. Phillips swings, ground ball back to Richards. Richard, he throws the first. 1 down. Here comes Craig Swan, J.R. Richards' counterpart. Swan batting .500 with 3 ribbies and no homers. In actuality, .188 with no homers and no RBIs. Richard wants to make quick work of his counterpart. Here's the pitch. And he does. Swing and a miss. 2 away. Blew the 95-mile-per-hour fastball right by him. Top of the order, Lenny Randall tried to bunt his way on. It was unsuccessful. He's going to try again. Here's the pitch. Drag bunt. Randall this time gets it. Lenny Randall drops a beautiful drag bunt. Lord knows where Ferg... Oh, my Lord! What the hell? What happened here? Oh, Randall, in a wild play, winds up at second. As Randall on the... What happened? Ferguson will be charged with an error. So on a wild play, they don't give Randall a bunt base hit, which I felt they should have. And the throw was... I don't know what Ferguson did. He kicked the ball around, I guess, and Lenny Randall, playing madman baseball, go-go Mets baseball, decided he was going to go to second. Or, I don't know what they did. He's on second. Who's on first? I don't know. Third base. Here comes Bruce Beauclair. He's 1 for 1. He tripled and scored in the first on the John Stearns sac fly. Chance to knock in Lenny Randall, 9 out of 10 base running ability. Beauclair awaits the J.R. Richard offering. Pitch homeward bound. Beauclair swings, fly ball, center field. Cedeno coming in, makes the catch. Side is retired. The error does not hurt. That was one of the weirdest plays I have ever seen in my life. Jumping in the chat here at the Astrodome is Westbrook Card 12. Another fun channel, card collecting channel. That's Westbrook Cards 12. Check them out. So here it comes. Julio Gonzalez, followed by J.R. Richard and Cesar Cedeno. Gonzalez, 242, no homers, 13 ribbies. In actuality, 245, 1 homer, 27 runners knocked in. Right-handed batter. J.R. on deck. Swan nods his head. The windup and the pitch to Gonzalez. And that's a base hit, left center field. Gonzalez takes a wide turn around first, but goes back. Here comes J.R. Richard. They're probably going to sack with him. He's a 10 out of 10 bunter. Milner. Corners will play in. So Milner will hold, then bounce off the bag and charge towards the plate. Randall's in at third. We're going to go aggressive to Richard. Swan deals to Richard. There's the bunt. Stearns has it, fires to Mian, covering the bag at first on the wheel play. 1 down, but J.R. Richard does his J.O.B. Gonzalez, the tying run, is at second with 1 out. So Cesar Cedeno has a duck out on the pond that he can knock in. Cedeno 0 for 1. Grounded to second in his first plate appearance. On deck, Enos Cabell. Swan will try to hit the black of the plate, inside or outside on the pitch round. Stearns sets the target. Here's the pitch to Cedeno. And that's a base hit left center field. Cranepool cuts it off. We have a 37% chance of throwing out Gonzalez at the plate. And we're going to go for it. Here's the throw, and not in. Oh, he's out! He is out! John Stearns blocked the plate and planted Gonzalez. Gonzalez never touched the plate. So the throw by Cranepool looked late, but it hit the AstroTurf and picked up speed, got to Stearns, and Stearns said, "None shall pass. You are out, Mr. Gonzalez. The bench is over there. Grab some pine." There are 2 outs, and Cesar Cedeno, denied an RBI, advances to second base on the throw home. And I believe that was by Cranepool. I don't think that was Mazzilli. Let's check that out. It just says Gonzalez out at home. I think it was Cranepool who threw the ball. I think he cut it off before Mazzilli got there. Alright, so Enos Cabell 1 for 1. Chance to pick up his 7th homer in 20. If he hits a home run, the Astros would be out on top 2-1, and they have 23 RBIs. On deck is Jose Cruz. First base is open. Here's the pitch around to Cabell. Fly ball, right center. Beauclair moves over, makes the catch. Side is retired. Ed Cranepool guns out. Gonzalez at the plate. And we stay 1-0 Mets, top of the 4th. Due up for the Metropolitans, John Stearns, who planted Gonzalez like corn in front of the plate. Followed by Cranepool, who threw Gonzalez out, and Milner, the first baseman. Clinton Park says J.R. Richard leads my 1978 National League in Ks. He was a very good pitcher. What he had the stroke. Didn't he have this? He had the stroke or the heart attack. I think it was the stroke. Very sad. Came back, but was never the same. Here's John Stearns, sac fly, RBI, no official at bat. Cranepool on deck. Joe Ferguson goes through the signs, sets the target. J.R. Richard sets and deals to Stearns. Ooh! He came inside high and tight and plunked him. That's going to leave a mark. Stearns is at first. Good running ability for a catcher, 6 out of 10. Watson holding him on. Here comes Ed Cranepool. He's 0 for 1. He flew out to deep right center. Cranepool, an excellent hit and run, 7 and 10. So we're playing hit and run. There goes Stearns. Cranepool sends the ball the other way, foul and out of play. Crawford ran out of room. 2 balls, 2 strikes. We're going to play hit and run anyway. Swing and a miss. Oh, we just strike him out, throw him out, double play. Well, that's the way we play as the Go-Go Mets. So Cranepool strikes out. Ferguson throws out his counterpart, John Stearns, at second. And that's a double play the odd way. Strike him out, throw him out. So 2 outs, base is empty for John Milner. Milner is 0 for 1. He flew to right center. Richard takes a deep breath, arms down to his chest. The windup and the pitch to Milner. Milner swings, sends that ball to right. Cruz is there, makes the catch. Side is retired. We go to the bottom of the 4th, 1-0 Metropolitans. Due up for the Astros, Cruz, Crawford, and Watson. Mr. Utah Mike, Sports Time Machine, says the new Strat re-release season cannot wait. I think that's 1980, right? Dave Little says J.R. Richard was a beast. He was a wonderful pitcher. Back to the ball game now. Cruz is 0 for 1. He flew out to right. Corners move in. Cruz an excellent punter, 9 out of 10. Swan's ready to work. He deals to Cruz. Ground ball back to Swan. He fields it, throws to Milner. 1 down. Good reaction by Swanee on the mound. A very good defender, 7 out of 10. Here comes Willie Crawford, 1 for 1. Crawford singled past the lunge of Phillips in the second. Watson on deck. 1 out, no one out. Swan peers in. Nods his head. Here's the pitch to Crawford, ready to grip and rip. And that's a shot. Right field. So he's gone to left, now he's gone to right. He's 2 for 2. Milner will play behind the slow-footed Crawford. Here comes Bob Watson. He's 0 for 1. He flied out to left field. Mets want to turn 2 here. 1-0 Metropolitans. Bottom of the 4th, 1 out, 1 on. Pitch around to Watson. And he walks. He does not chase. Tying run goes to second. Go ahead run at first. And here comes Joe Ferguson. He's 0 for 1. Struck out. Swan. And Stearns can't get on the same page. Stearns pounds the mitt. Swan now nods his head. The youngster's ready. The wind-up and the pitch to Ferguson. Fly ball left. Cranepool going back. At the track, he makes the catch and fires it into Lenny Randall. So there's 2 down, 2 outs. And here comes Art Howe, 0 for 1. Howe also flew out to deep left center. Runners will be off on contact. That's very important for the slow-footed Crawford. Those extra steps would mean the difference between being safe or out at the plate. We've already seen Gonzalez thrown out by Cranepool at the plate. Here's the pitch to Howe. And, oh, he held up. Ball 4. The bases are juiced for that man who got thrown out at the plate, Julio Gonzalez, who's seeking revenge. He's 1 for 1. Singled in the 3rd. J.R. Richard on deck. Crawford at 3rd, Watson at 2nd, and Howe at 1st. No place to put Mr. Gonzalez. Stearns goes out, has a word, now back behind the plate. Swan will pitch aggressive. He's going to go right at Gonzalez. And that's a line shot, and Milner snares it with a leap, saving at least 2 runs. The Mets maintain their 1-0 lead. We go to the top of the 5th thanks to John Milner. 1-0 Metropolitans. 2 up for the Mets. Mazzilli, Mian, and Phillips to face J.R. Richard. Mazzilli attempted a bunt base hit. 0 for 1. It was unsuccessful. Sports Time Machine says, good thing air conditioning was not blowing out on that fly ball. It might have made the stands. You are correct, Mr. Utah Mike. So here's Mazzilli. He's going to try to drag another bunt, and he fouls it back. 0-2 count. Mazzilli in the hole. 8-game hitting streak on the line. JR nods his head. Ferguson sets the target. Here's the pitch to Mazzilli. And Mazzilli sends that ball shallow right, and Cruz comes in, makes the catch. 1 down. Felix Mian's 0 for 1. Right-handed batter. Phillips on deck. Richard towing the rubber. Picks up the sign. He deals to Mian. Mian grounds it back to Richard, who throws to Watson. 2 away. 2 outs, base is empty. Mike Phillips, the shortstop, 0 for 1. Swanee on deck. Phillips, left-handed batter. JR quickly nods his head. He kicks and fires to Phillips. Phillips, slow ground ball. Cabell comes charging in at third. Bang, bang, play. Watson on the stretch, but it's not good enough. Phillips beats it out. The go-go Mets keep the inning alive. And at least they'll get the pitcher up this inning. He will not lead off the next inning. So Phillips gets the infield hit. 7 out of 10 base running ability. Watson will hold him on. The AstroTurf was still not fast enough for Cabell to get Phillips at first. So here's Craig Swan, 0 for 1. Lenny Randall on deck. J.R. Richard deals to his counterpart, Craig Swan. And line shot to left, and Crawford's right there, and he makes the catch. Swan hit it down the screws, but right at the left fielder. We go to the bottom of the 5th, still 1-0 Metropolitans. Due up for the Houston Astros, J.R. Richard, then the top of the order, Cesar Cedeno and Enos Cabell. Swan deals to Richard. Fly ball, deep left field. Cranepool going back, and it's gone! Holy cow! In the words of the late great Phil Rizzuto, J.R. Richard just helped his own cause, crushing a Craig Swan pitch to left. Unbelievable. That measures 337 feet. And Craig Swan just hangs his head. Here's the replay of the Richard blast. Richard crushes the ball and then touches them all. 1-1. Top of the order, Cesar Cedeno, 1 for 2. Swan has to get that out of his mind now. Cabell's on deck. Here's the pitch to Cedeno. Fly ball, left field. Cranepool has this one. Oh, no, he doesn't. It carries over his head, and that is a triple. Cranepool looked like he misjudged that one, but it's going to go for a triple. Go ahead run 90 feet away. Here's Enos Cabell. Bottom of the 5th. Mets will play the infield in. Stearns goes through the signs. Swan out of sorts on the mound right now. He's got to concentrate. He nods his head. It looks reluctantly. Here's the pitch to Cabell. It's a bunt, but goes foul. Oh, there was squeezing on that. It counts no balls, 2 strikes on Cabell. Infield still in. Swan a beat of sweat off his brow. Takes a deep breath. He's ready to work. Here's the pitch once again to Cabell. Fly ball deep down the left field line and foul. Still 0-2. Cabell battling up there. Infield in. Stearns pounds the mitt. Shows the location. Swan kicks and fires. Cabell lines out to Mian. Great reaction by Felix Mian, the second baseman. 1 out. Cedeno at third. Here comes Jose Cruz on deck as Crawford, and Crawford is 2 for 2, I believe. So any thoughts of walking Cruz to get to Crawford? And Crawford's actually hitting 352. Again, infield will play in. One out, runner at third. Cruz digs in that left-handed batter's box, looking to smack it past the drawn-in infield. He awaits the Swan offering. Here's the pitch. Cruz, line shot right back at Swan, who snares it. That ball was slated for center field and a single. Two great plays by the Mets defense. Now Swan. And Cerdano still stands at third. There's 2 outs. The Mets infield outfield goes back to normal. Outfield was always normal. Watson on deck. Crawford 2 for 2. There's the pitch around. Ground ball, and it gets through the right side as Milner could not make the play. And it's 2-1 Astros. Crawford now 3 for 3. Milner will play behind him. The crushing blow was the leadoff home run by J.R. Richard. And then the triple. Here's Bob Watson 0 for 1. He's flown out to left and walked. Crawford, a few extra steps with 2 outs. The windup and the pitch to the bull. Watson swings, fly ball, shallow center. Mazzilli comes racing in, makes the basket catch. The side is retired, but the Astros score 2, led by that man out on the mound, J.R. Richard, who smashed a 337-foot home run to left. It's 2-1 Astros, top of the 6th. Due up for the Mets, the top of the order. Randall, Beauclair, and Stearns. Clinton Parks says that hit was actually accurate. Okay, guys, without looking, in 1977, J.R. Richard hit 230. What type of hit did he not get? A single. He did not have a single. I'm going to say he did not have a single. I'm going to say all of the hits he got were extra bases. I'm going to say a single. He did not hit a single. Here's Lenny Randall, 0 for 2. Here comes the drag bunt. And he drops down a good one. This time he beats it out. And he gets it. He better get it. And he is safe. A drag bunt base hit. That's how the Go-Go Mets play. And here comes Bruce Beauclair. He's a 9 out of 10 bunter, forcing the Astros to play their corners in. Cabell in at third. Watson in at first. Randall tying run at first base. John Stearns on deck. Sack bunt. Here's the pitch. And it's a good one. No! What the heck happened there? Oh my lord! Beauclair squares the bunt, grounds it towards first, and then steps on the ball. He is out. Beauclair stepped on the baseball in his urgency to get to first base, and he is out. Randall is called back to first. Wow, that is a bizarre. We've seen a few bizarre plays here in this game at the Astrodome. So 1 out, 1 on. Here comes John Stearns. He knocked in the only run with a sac fly. Randall, a good base runner at first. Actually, a very good base runner. 9 out of 10. Watson holding him on. Richard deals to Stearns. Stearns swings. Ground ball. Gonzalez at short. His only play is at first. Bang, bang. Did Stearns beat it out? No! Great stretch by Bob Watson. On the slow bounding ball is picking up speed as it hits off the turf. Gonzalez had to come in, quickly played it. And they just nipped Stearns. Again, Stearns fleet of foot for a catcher. So Randall, a tying run at second base. 2 outs will be off by contact. Here's Ed Kranepool, 0 for 2. Milner on deck. Richard picks up the sign from Ferguson. He rocks and fires to Kranepool. Kranepool sends that ball deep down the right field line. Cruz on the run. It's off the wall! Kranepool doubles in the tying run, and the Go-Go Mets have tied it up here at the Astrodome. It is 2-2. How do you do? And we'll say hello to Anthony Ojeda in the chat. Hope all is well. So Kranepool just missed a 2-run homer that would have given the Metropolitans a lead, but now it's John Milner's turn. He's 0 for 2. Milner would love to pick up his 5th home run. He does have 21 ribbies. Cranepool average runner at second. 5 out of 10 running ability. Mazzilli on deck. Ferguson sets the target. Richard deals to Milner. Milner swings, ground ball deep in the hole at short. He fires to Watson. Nice throw by Gonzalez. The side is retired, but not before. The Mets tie it with 2 outs on the Cranepool double. We go to the bottom of the 6th, 2-2. Craig Swan back up on the bump. Swan's thrown 77 pitches for the Metropolitans, good for 120. He will face Ferguson, Howell, and Gonzalez. Dave Little says, oh, I missed something above. Oh, he said, I remember the day that Bob Watson scored baseball's 1 millionth run. I do. I'm a huge Reds fan. They were counting down runs, and Dave Concepcion hit a solo home run. He was dashing around the bases and had the cameras all over the league, but Watson beat him. Oh my God, that's too funny. That is too funny. What's Blazing in Sports? T-Dub has joined us in the chat. Wonderful boxing channel. Check him out. All things boxing. How's the little man, T-Dub? And Farm 1 is also at the Astrodome with us. The Astrodome, where Mickey Mantle hit his first home run as a New York Yankee. That doesn't make sense. Mickey Mantle was playing for the Yankees in the 50s. I don't think that makes sense there. Unless that does not make sense. Alright, Joe Ferguson's 0 for 2. Here's the pitch to Ferguson. And he strikes him out, so Swanee starts off the bottom of the 6th in style via the K. 0-2 count, swing and a miss on the off-speed pitch. Now bring up Art Howe. He's 0 for 1. He's flown out to left center deep and walked. Right-handed bat, ready to grip and rip. Swan nods his head. Stern sets the target. Here's the pitch. Howe, ground ball, Mian, right side, over to Milner, 2 down. Exhibition game. The Astrodome. Maybe he hit the first home run out of the Astrodome. That's not his first home run as a Yankee. That's impossible. He played in the 50s. The Astrodome wasn't built in the 50s. Yeah. He hit the first home run in the Astrodome. Okay. I just think that's fine. Farm just probably got it mixed up the way it's fine. I knew it. It's no way he hit the first home run as a Yankee because he played in the 50s. And T-Dub, What's Blazing in Sports, says, did you hear Canelo's facing Jacobs? Ooh, I like that fight. No, I didn't. Thanks for telling me. I think Jacobs could beat him. We'll have to talk about that one. I like Jacobs a lot. I thought Jacobs beat, at worst, I thought it was a draw against Triple G. So here comes Julio Gonzalez, 2 outs. He's 1 for 2. How do you do? J.R. Richard on deck, the man who hit the homer to tie the ball game up. In the bottom of the 5th, Cedeno would score after tripling on a Gonzalez base hit to make it 2-1. Mets have tied it since. Here's the pitch to Gonzalez from Swan. Ground ball right side, Mian up with it over to Milner. Side is retired. We go to the top of the 7th, tied at 2. Yes, first home run in the Astrodome. That's what I thought you meant. Thank you, Farm. As What's Blazing in Sports says, damn good fight. Oh, it's going to be a wicked good fight. Todd B says, is Julio Gonzalez Cosmo Kramer's brother? I don't know. So due up for the Mets in the top of the 7th. Game knotted at 2. Mazzilli, Mian, and Phillips. Lee Mazzilli 0 for 2. J.R. Richard so far has gone 6 innings, 4 hits, 2 earned runs, 2 Ks, no walks. Remember, he's 10-1 in this replay with a 1. Now he has a 1.81 earned run average. Here's Mazzilli. Corners are in to protect against the Go-Go Mets bunting the ball. He's going to swing away, choking up on the bat. Mazzilli grounds it past the mound. Gonzalez comes charging in from short. Bang, bang, play at first. Did Mazzilli beat it out? No, another great stretch as Watson picks it out of the dirt. And Mazzilli's 8-game hitting streak is in jeopardy, folks. It is in jeopardy. Oh my God, he does look like Cosmo Kramer. That is hilarious. Now that you should look at the picture, look at this. So, Todd B says this is Cosmos Kramer's doppelganger. That is too funny. Good one, good one. Terry T has joined us here at the Astrodome. Hope all is well. Good job, Beatles. Good job, my friend. 1 out, no one on. Mian is 0 for 2. Richard has thrown 83 pitches, good for 140. Mian awaits the J.R. Richard offering. Pitch homeward bound. Mian checked his swing. He walks. So 1 out, 1 on. Go ahead run at first, and here it comes. Mike Phillips, he is 1 for 2. 6 out of 10 hit and run. Swan is on deck. Greg Swan has thrown 91 pitches. We're going to play unorthodox hit and run with 1 out. Here's the pitch. There goes the runner. Phillips swing and a miss. The throw down. Mian's out by 4 years. Gonzalez plants the tag on him. Now 2 balls, 2 strikes, and that's what happens when you play go-go Met style. If those things fail, you lose base runners. So Phillips trying to keep the line moving for Swan now. Richard nods his head. Ferguson sets the target. Here's the pitch. Phillips swings. Ground ball up the middle. Gonzalez ranging towards the second base bag. Throws to Watson at first. The side is retired. Nice play by the shortstop. We go to the bottom of the 7th still. 2-2 here in the Astrodome. A battle between the surprising 31-24 New York Metropolitans. I have to say, a pretty surprising 33-23 Houston Astros team. Swan says he's fine. 91 pitches. Good for 120. He'll face J.R. Richard, who homered off of him. Swan will go aggressive against him. Here's the pitch. And he strikes out Richard this time. Big swing and a miss. Oh, they're going to say he checked his swing, but it didn't matter. It was in the strike zone. So he is out anyway, any which way you look at it. 1 out. Top of the order, Cesar Cedeno. Center fielder's 2 for 3. He's grounded to second. He's singled and tripled. Swan shakes off Stearns. Now he's ready. The windup and the pitch to Cedeno. Line shot, Lenny Randle, a step and a leap, and that is out number 2. How do you do? Lenny Randle flashing the leather at the hot corner. Outstanding. Take care, Mr. Dave Little. Thank you for stopping by. Check out Dave Little's channel doing early 70s basketball using Action PC basketball. Alright, 2 outs, no one on for Enos Cabell. He is 1 for 3. Corners will move in. 8 out of 10 bunter. On deck is Cruz. Swan takes a deep breath, arms down to his chest. The high leg kick and the pitch. And he strikes out Cabell. He pumps his fist and jogs towards the Metropolitan dugout. We go to the top of the 8th, knotted at 2 here at the Astrodome. Due up for the Metropolitans, Craig Swan. Then the top of the order, Randall and Beauclair. It's decision time. Swanee has thrown 104 pitches. He's given you 7 quality innings, only 2 runs. But we did give up a home run to J.R. Richard. What do we do? What do we do? Do we bring in Kong to see if he runs into a fastball and gives the Mets a 3-2 lead? Let's see. then we'd have to go to the pen, and we're going to go with Skip Lockwood. We're going to go with Kong. Dave Kimman grabs a bat. He's going to soon to be traded from the Mets. I think to the Padres. Seaver will be traded from the Mets to the Reds. Dave Kingman played for like 5 teams in 1977. I don't know if it's a record, but he played with a multitude of teams. I think he actually ended up with the Yankees at the end for a few games. Here's Dave Kingman, pinch hitter, batting 194, 4 home runs, and 17 ribbies. In actuality, for the Mets, this is only for the Mets, batted 209, 9 homers, and 28 ribbies. So maybe he runs into a pitch here and gives the Metropolitans a 3-2 lead. Kong stands in the right-hander's batter's box, looking to tee it high and let it fly. J.R. Richard hoping not to oblige. He rocks and fires. Kingman swings, drives his ball deep center field. Cedeno back at the wall. He makes the catch and crashes into the wall. Oh, Kingman came ever so close to giving the Metropolitans a 3-2 lead. He just missed it. He crushed it to dead center. Here it is. Boom! Kingman thought he had it all, but he didn't. 1 out. Lenny Randall comes to plate. He's 1 for 3. A bunt base hit. Corners move in. Randall chokes up on that bat in the left-hander's batter's box, wanting to slap it past the drawn in corners. Ferguson wiggles the fingers. Here's the pitch from J.R. Richard. Randall smashes it right back at Richard. He snares it on 1 hop, throws to Watson, 2 down. What a play by J.R. Richard. An excellent athlete on that mound. So 2 outs, base is empty for Bruce Beauclair. He tripled in his first at-bat. Since then, he's flown out and had a pretty decent bunt that he stepped on the ball. And he was called out. On deck, John Stearns. Stearns is driven in a run with a sac fly. Ferguson sets the target. Here's the pitch to Beauclair. Beauclair grounds it to short. Gonzalez is up with it, throws to Watson, and the side is retired. Kong almost untied it, but just missed. We go to the bottom of the 8th, knotted at 2. And the Go-Go Metropolitans will go to Skip Lockwood, their closer. And if necessary, Tom Seaver will close out the game. He did pick up a save in yesterday's game. And with the rumblings of him being traded, I don't care if his arm will fall off. He won't be our problem. So here comes Skip Lockwood. So Lockwood comes in. And in the retro replay, 7 wins, 2 losses, 12 saves, 1.93 earned run average. In actuality, 4 wins, 8 losses, 20 saves, 3.38. He will face Cruz, Crawford, and Watson. And quite a ball game here at the Astros. Jose Cruz 0 for 3. Corners move in as Cruz, an excellent bunter, 9 out of 10. So Randall in at third, Milner in at first. Lockwood picks up the sign from Stearns. Here's the pitch to Jose Cruz. Fly ball. Mazzilli back in center. Makes the over-the-shoulder catch. 1 away. Mazzilli got a late jump on it, but his excellent speed tracked it down as Cruz made a bid to untie the ball game. So 1 out. Here comes the thorn in the Mets pitching side. Willie Crawford 3 for 3. How will it be? We shall see. He has singled in the 2nd. He has singled in the 4th. And he singled knocking in Cedeno in the 5th to give Houston a then 2-1 lead. Since then, the Mets have tied it up at 2. So here's Crawford. Here's the pitch around. Ground ball right side. Meon's up with it and throws to Milner. So Skip Lockwood had the answer. That was the puzzle of Willie Crawford. They finally retire him. 2 outs, base is empty. Here comes the bull, Bob Watson, 0 for 2. He did walk in the 4th. And the bread in that sandwich, the 2 pieces of bread. In the 2nd, he flew out. And in the 5th, he flew out. Watson has 11 home runs in the replay, 22 in actuality. Here's the pitch around from Lockwood. Ground ball, and it gets past Phillips into left center. So the go-ahead run is at first. Lockwood up to 19 pitches, good for 50. Milner will hold on Watson. 5 out of 10 base running ability, but he must have excellent base stealer, I'd have to say, in his opportunities, because he has a 67% chance of stealing second. And Ferguson's at the plate. Lockwood throws over. Milner applies the tag. Watson gets back. Pitch out. Watson bluffed but did not go. 1 ball, no strikes to Ferguson. Again, Ferguson 0 for 3. He has struck out, flown out, and struck out. Can Lockwood get him on the hat trick? Lockwood peers to first. Now at the plate. The windup and the pitch to Joe Ferguson. And he struck him out! Lockwood pumps his fist and jogs to the Mets dugout. We go to the top of the 9th with the Boo Birds coming out here at the Astrodome. It is 2-2. How do you do? Coming up for the Metropolitans, trying to go ahead and win this game, Stearns, Kranepool, and Milner. If anyone gets on, Lee Mazzilli, riding an 8-game hitting streak. JT Dutch says Kingman did indeed finish 1977 with the Yankees. He was acquired too late. Yeah, he was not on the World Series, the postseason roster. You're correct. I kind of remembered that. He was acquired too late to be eligible for the postseason roster. He then was signed by the Cubs as a free agent. Thank you, JT Dutch. Also joining us in the chat, an excellent military strategy channel, USA Patriots 4163. Hope all is well. Thank you for joining us. So here's John Stearns, 0 for 1. He did have a sac fly that knocked in a run, and he's been hit by a pitch. J.R. Richard up to 107 pitches. Still looks strong. Stearns chokes up a little bit on that bat. Kranepool on deck. Richard deals to Stearns. And Stearns walks. He held up. Good job by John Stearns. Go ahead run at first. Kranepool 7 out of 10 hit and run. Watson holding on Stearns. We're going to take the first pitch. Here's the pitch. And it's a ball. So 1 ball, no strikes. Now we're going to hit and run. There goes Stearns. There's the swing. Fly ball. Right center field. Cedeno on the run. He makes the catch. Stearns quickly turns and races back to first. So Kranepool couldn't hit the ball on the AstroTurf, and that's what we're looking for. 1 out, 1 on for John Milner. Milner is 0 for 3. Watson continues to hold on Stearns. Ferguson wiggles the fingers. Richard with a quick nod of his head. The windup and the pitch to Johnny Milner. And Milner strikes out on the 1-2. It hit the black on the outside of the corner. Milner didn't like the call, but he goes back to the bench. A sullen man. So John Stearns be off by contact, and Lee Mazzilli is 0 for 3. His 8-game hitting streak is in jeopardy. As Al Red Sox fan just banged his elbow. And that hurts. Why they call it the funny bone? Well, I guess it's funny if you're watching. Alright, can Mazzilli make it a 9-game hitting streak? He awaits the J.R. Richard offering, pitch homeward bound. Mazzilli swings, and he does! That's going to be off the wall! Are you kidding me? Stearns only a 55%. He's going to hold. Wow, Stearns just read that. Is 2 outs. You got to be running, son. So he only gets the second. Mazzilli's robbed of a double. But he gets his he now has a 9-game hitting streak. He's 1 for 4. So Stearns at second. The go-ahead run. 6 out of 10 base running ability. Lee Mazzilli, excellent base running ability. 8 out of 10. A big insurance run at first, but they need to knock it in. Here's Felix Millan. He is 0 for 2. Infield, outfield, straightaway and normal for Mian. Mian choking up on the bat. Mian played on the 1973 Metropolitan World Series team that lost in 7 to the Oakland A's. Actually, they thought they had the World Series won. I believe it was Game 6 that they blew. They had the Game 1 and the A's rallied. I think it was Game 6 they rallied back. And the Mets would lose in 7. Alright, Mian, a chance to be a hero. Stern should be standing at third, but bad read, I guess. And I wasn't going to take a 55% chance of being safe. So 2 outs, runners will be off on contact. Richard, ready to work. Here's the pitch to Felix Mian. Ferguson has a quick word with him first. Back behind the plate, sets the target. And Mian sends that ball shallow left center field. Cedeno on the run, and he makes the catch. The Mets strand 2. We go to the bottom of the 9th. Knotted at 2. What a ball game here at the Astrodome. Skip Lockwood, 23 pitches. Good for 50. You know he's staying out there. He will face Howe, Gonzalez, and J.R. Richard, the bottom third of the order. Here's the question. Will they pinch hit for J.R. Richard? We shall soon see. Howe is 0 for 2. Lockwood toes the rubber, peers in at Stearns. Here's the pitch to Howe. Howe, hard shot. Lockwood knocks it down, picks it up, throws to Milner. Out number 1. Lockwood really lucked out that when he knocked that ball down, it did not take a funny hop away from him. So 1 away, and here comes Julio Gonzalez. He is 1 for 3. Right-handed batter. Again, infield, outfield, straightaway and normal. Stearns goes through the signs. Lockwood's ready. He kicks and fires to Gonzalez. Ground line shot down the right field line, foul. 2-2 count. Lockwood steps out off the mound, rubs up the baseball. Back up on the bump. He's ready to work. He deals to Gonzalez once again. Fly ball, right field, Beauclair on the run, and he makes the running catch right at the foul line, and that would have been a fair ball, so had he not made the catch and it goes by him, Gonzalez could have been running for a long time. So 2 outs, no one on. Here's J.R. Richard. He has homered. Can J.R. Richard have a walk-off homer? We shall see. We shall see what it will be. Lockwood again off the mound, rubbing up the baseball. Stearns goes out to have a quick word with him. Back behind the plate, he might have said, let's keep our focus. Deep breath from Lockwood. Arms down to his chest. The windup and the pitch to J.R. Richard, who's homered already. And nope, he's called back. J.R. Richard's day is done. He can only win it, he cannot lose it. If somehow the Astros push 1 run across, he shall be the winner, and will go to 11-1. He's 10-1 now. A no decision lose for J.R. Richard. And Wilbur Howard Mr. Ed. Wilbur Howard, 224, no home runs, 3 ribbies, and in 1977, in actuality, 257, 2 home runs, 13 ribbies. Against right-handed pitching, wow, he batted .330. Against lefties, 178. Lockwood, against right-handed batters, only gave up a .205 batting average. So it's yin for yang here. Lockwood's the best we have. We're not taking him out. Cedeno's on deck. Here's the pitch to Howard. Ground ball, Mian. He's up with it. Throws to Milner. We're going to extras, folks. We go to the top of the 10th, and Joe Sambito comes out. Sambito is good for 75 pitches. Wow. He's a lefty. And Joe Sambito would go on to pitch for the 86 Red Sox and actually did okay with them. In the replays, 2-1 with 2 saves, 1.44 earned run average. In actuality, it was 5-5 with 7 saves, 2.33. And Phillips actually hits lefties at a 400 clip in the year 1977. I don't think he's doing that in the replay, though. Just brought up another screen. And in the replay, he's batting 135 off lefties. In actuality, he batted 400. And when I click, I'll just show you, I guess, real quick. This is the screen will go black for a second. And of course, because of the Windows update, this is what I'm looking at when I click on something. I start giving you stats. They're player cards. So, and you can see that in actuality, Phillips was 2 for 5 off lefties. That's a 400 batting average, small sample size, and in the replay is only 135, as it's a lefty-lefty matchup. Let's go back to the ball. Alright, so now, itchy ear, excuse me. Do we want to go to our left-handed killer? I think we shall not. We have Mike Vail, who's going to pinch hit for Lockwood. Lockwood's thrown 34 pitches. I don't want to take him out, though. Alright, so Phillips. Who else hits lefties? Nobody. Oh, Jerry Grody. Yes, Jerry Grody. Jerry Grody, we carry 3 catchers. I love this team. They carry 3 catchers. You can do so much. Jerry Grody grabs a bat, and he's going to pinch hit. In 1977, Grody batted 327 off left-handed pitching. And let's just, I'm not going to bring the screen up again. And in the replay, Jerry Grody basically only plays against left-handed pitching. In the replay, he's batting 371 off lefties. That's how you can mix and match to try to take a poor team and make them a little better. Now, it should all even out, as when I played my 1966 Red Sox replay, they finished at 500, which was much better than they actually did in 66. And they pretty much hung around in the race to early June, mid-June, and then they, it was a fun replay. Alright, here's Jerry Grody batting 358 on the replay. No homers, 10 ribbies. He's pinch hitting for Phillips. On deck is Lockwood, but most likely a pinch hitter for Lockwood. In actuality, Jerry Grody batted 270. No homers, 7 ribbies. Zambito deals to Grody. Grody's, and he, right on cue, Grody smashes that ball up the middle between Howe and Gonzalez, and the ball just took off on the AstroTurf, and that's why Jerry Grody is on this team. He kills left-handed pitching. JT Dutch says, Al, do the Mets have Joel Youngblood at this point? No, we're going to get him soon. I don't know if Youngblood comes over in the Reds trade. No, he doesn't. Flynn, Zachary, and I think 2 other players come over. I want to say Joel Youngblood comes over from the Giants somehow. I could be wrong about that. And Mr. Utah Mike says, Sports Time Machine, check out that great channel. I love his bowl. I love everything, but I really enjoyed the bowling. Mr. Utah Mike likes everything he does on his channel. He enjoys it, but I think he likes that bowling extra special. My God, that was so much fun. That's like when I listen to the women's wrestling on when Original Grognard, OG, on his channel plays Face to the Mat on Play.com Sports. He says, beef up the right-handed batting now. That's why we brought in Mr. Jerry Grody, my friend. Here's Lockwood. Here's the dilemma. We're going to go to our other left-handed killer of pitching, Mike Vail. And Tom Terrific will get the ball. Again, I don't care if his arm falls off. I think he's traded June 12th. So, bye-bye, Tom. Nice knowing you. Here comes Mike Vail. Mike, don't call me Jerry Vail. Mike Vail, again, exclusively, we have him just playing in pinch hitting and against left-handed pitching. So, he's batting 365, 5 home runs, 15 ribbies. In actuality, batted 262, 8 homers, 35 ribbies, and in actuality, 351 against left-handed pitching. So Mike Vail has a chance, if he jacks one out of the stadium, to give the Metropolitans a 4-2 lead. Grody not very fast at first, and we might think about, and we're going to have Bud Harrelson run for him because he's going to come in and play short anyway. So Harrelson will come in for Grody. Grody singled up the middle. He did his J.O.B. Oh, Mr. Utah Mike of Sports Time Machine. Youngblood came over from the Cardinals. Well, thank you, Mr. Utah Mike. So Harrelson will pinch run. 7 out of 10 running ability. Watson playing behind him. Here's Mike Vale. He's going to be gripping and ripping. Sambito nods his head. Ferguson sets the target. Here's the pitch to Mike Vale. Vale, line shot center field, and Cedeno catches it. Oh, Vale hit it on the screws. Cedeno with a great jump makes the thigh-high catch. Harrelson back to first. Top of the order, 1 out. Watson now holding Buddy Harrelson on. And here's Lenny Randle. He is 1 for 4. We'll play hit and run. There goes Harrelson. Randle, base hit right field. Harrelson hits second base and moves on to third. Yes, the go-go Mets. And that will bring in the infield. Harrelson, excellent base runner, 7 out of 10. At third, the go-ahead run. Randle at first. And here comes Bruce Beauclair. Beauclair does not hit lefties at all. In actuality, only 156. And let's take a look at his real numbers. And I'll just read them to you. In the replay, he's 2 for 11, 182. He has a double, a walk, and a strikeout. So what we're going to do is Vale will go into play right. But our bench is not really good. I've used my 2 best bench players. And here's our choice. We have Joe Torre, who hits 170, player manager 175 off lefties. In actuality, these are actual numbers I'm giving you. Steiger, 186, and Ron Hodges, 143. And if we put our pitchers in there for ha-ha's sake, I think Nino Espinosa actually swings the bat pretty decent, but he only hit... actually, I'm wrong. Do any of our pitchers swing the bat? Actually, Bob Merrick hit righties at a 286 clip. That's pretty funny. Tom Seaver batted 222. Wow, that'd be something. Imagine if Tom Seaver hits a fly ball. He's going to come in to pitch anyway, right? Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. John Matt. Oh, no, that's on base percentage. I got all excited there. Ooh, Rick Baldwin. Nope, that was off righties. And here it is. Tom Terrific is going to pinch hit for Bruce Beauclair. Tom says, give me the bat. I want to hit. They're like, Tom. Tom's showing his love for the Mets. He does not want to be traded, but he will be traded. That's the rumors. He's not happy with it. So Tom Seaver's a chance to put the Metropolitans ahead. He had the save in last night's game. Again, I don't care if his arm falls out. I know he's being traded. So Harrelson is at third. Randle is at first. 1 out. Seaver awaits a Sambito offering. Here's the pitch. Ground ball to Gonzalez. 33% chance of the guy being safe. We're not going to send him. Gonzalez goes to first for the 2nd out of the inning. So Seavers did make contact. He didn't get the fly ball. So it's 2nd and 3rd. Randle moves up to 2nd. And here comes John Stearns. A chance to put the Metropolitans ahead with 2 outs. Cranepool on deck. Will they walk Stearns? Do they have the cojones to face the lefty? Crane. Sambito nods his head. Ferguson sets the target. Here's the pitch to Stearns. Base hit! Left center field. Harrelson and Randle score. And the Mets take a 4-2 lead in the top of the 10th. John Stearns has driven in 3. What a ball game, folks. What a ball game. Joining us here at the Astrodome, we've just seen Living My Rhapsody, wonderful entertainment channel. All things, it's like a talk show. All things Game of Thrones. Westworld, Doctor Who, and much, much more. That's Living My Rhapsody. And also Terry T, a big friend of the community, and of the channels. Thank you, lovely ladies, for stopping in. Greatly appreciate it. See, that's our community. We get non-sports fans who come in and show their support. This is the community you want to be in. But that being said, show the love back to them. Subscribe to their channel. Stop by their channel when they're doing a live show, or watch it on demand for 10 minutes. Hit that like button. Support those who support you. We are an eclectic community who support one another. You don't see that in other communities. There's a lot of nice communities out there, but we're a very eclectic community. We have comic books, we have cards, collectibles, sports sims, video game play, entertainment chat, things of that nature, movie reviews, all great stuff. This is the community you want to be part of. But show the love back. You see these two lovely young ladies. I know they don't like sports. They're kind enough to come in my chat, watch for a bit, interact with people, right? So show the same appreciation back to them. Subscribe to their channel. And they shall subscribe most likely to your channel. That's how it works. Show the love to one another, and things work out. So, Amanda Kane has joined us. How you doing, my friend? Back to the ball game. 4-2 Mets. Here comes Ed Kranepool. Again, he struggles against left-handed pitching, but we're going to move him to first base. He's a better defensive first baseman than Milner, so he's going to swing away. Stearns has knocked in 3, 4-2 Mets. Seaver will have another save opportunity here. Here's the pitcher, Kranepool from San Bito, and Kranepool grounds it to Watson. He takes it to the bag himself. And the side is retired, but Stearns knocks in 2 with 2 outs. And the Mets can win this ball game in the bottom of the 10th. So now the mad scientist that Al Red Sox fan is as a manager. It's pretty easy. Tom Seaver will come in to pitch. It's good for 20 pitches. He'll attempt to get his second save in back-to-back games. This is risky. Mike Vail will play... nuts. Oh, I could put Milner in left. Mike Vail will play right. He's a 7 out of 10 defensive range, 8 out of 10 arm. He's our best outfielder on the team. Bud Harrelson will play short. Slightly better than Mike Phillips. Can Milner play left? Oh, he's a 2 in left. Oh, God. Do we want a better first baseman? That's too much. You know what? Milner will stay in and play first. I wanted to move Kranepool to first because he's a 5. Yeah, we're gonna keep Kranepool in left. I'd rather have a 4 left fielder and a 4 first baseman than a 5 first baseman and a 2 left fielder, if that makes any sense. So Tom Seaver, 3 outs away from picking up his second save in consecutive games. He will face the top of the Houston Astros orders with a 2-run lead. Cedeno, Cabell, and Cruz, the killer seeds. Cedeno is 2 for 4. He's grounded out to second, singled, tripled, and lined to third. Corners move in. He's an excellent bunter. So Randall in at third, Milner in at first. We're going to go aggressive. Seaver, the big windup and the pitch is Cedeno. Ground ball, right side. Mian's up with it. He throws to Milner. 1 down. So Seaver's challenged him. Came high and tight. That was a bounding ball to Felix Mian. So 1 out on 1 pitch. That's what we want. And again, Enos Cabell comes in play. He is 1 for 4. His 1 hit, a single in the first. Since then, he's flown to center, lined to second, and struck out. Cabell, an excellent bunter. Again, corners move in. Randall in at third, Milner in at first. Seaver will go aggressive to Cabell. And that's a base hit to left. So the tying run comes to the plate, and Jose Cruz, he's 0 for 4. Cabell, excellent base runner at first, and a 71 chance probability of stealing second. Seaver throws over, Milner applies the tag, and he is safe. Again, Seaver looks to first. Now he deals to Cruz. And that's a base hit to right. Vale has it. And Cabell goes first to third. Tying runs now at first. Winning run at the plate. And Crawford is 3 for 4. Crawford has 1 game-winning RBI on the season in this retro replay. He hits right-handed pitching at a 273 clip. Double play ball ends it. Seaver says he's A-OK. Stearns back behind the plate, Milner back to first. Seaver takes a deep breath. Here's the pitch to Crawford. Fly ball, right field. Vale coming in. He makes the catch. Cabell's going to tag. We'll throw to the cutoff and keep the tying run at first base. It's now 4 to 3. And just like that, the Mets are 1 out away. 1 out away from winning 4 to 3 in this unbelievable ball game. Bob Watson strides the plate. Cruz the tying run at first. Watson the winning run. Watson has 5 game-winning RBIs on the retro replay season. 11 homers, 301 batting average, 40 ribbies. In actuality, 22 home runs. Seaver throws over. Milner applies the tag. Oh, it was close. Oh, they wanted to call Milner barking at the man in blue. They thought they had him picked off. Seaver wanted it. Cruz barely makes it back. Here's the pitch out. Cruz bluffs. 1 ball, no strikes. Bump, bump. Bump, bump. Bump, bump. Alrighty, fans are revved up here in the Astrodome. They're trailing by 1, 2 outs, tying run at first. Bottom of the 10th, 4 to 3 Metropolitans. Seaver nods his head. Stern sets the target, the windup, and the pitch to Bob Watson. Oh, he walked him! Oh, my lord, he walked him. And here comes Joe Ferguson. Can he be the hero? 0 for 4. Ferguson has 4 game-winning RBIs on the season. Seaver's up to 13 pitches. Ferguson hit righties at a 290 clip. In reality, what's he doing in the replay against righties? 321. Struggles against lefties. Here comes Jerry Koosman. That's it for Seaver. Jerry Koosman's coming in. Mets want to win this game. So Koosman, if he can pick up this 1 out, will pick up a save. Tying running Cruz is at second, excellent speed. Watson at first, the winning run, average speed. Ferguson at the plate, 0 for 4. Koosman done with his warm-up tosses. Jerry Koosman in this 1977 replay, 5 wins, 3 losses, 3.36 earned run average. In actuality, he lost 20 games, 8 wins, 20 losses, 3.49. With 1 out, he will pick up a save. Has a quick word with Stearns. Stearns now back behind the plate, squats down, sets the target. Koosman nods his head, the windup, and the pitch to Ferguson. And that is a ball off the wall. And we have a tie ball game. Here's the throw to the plate. Watson is safe. Oh my God! And what a ball game. Joe Ferguson picks up his 5th game-winning hit. He doubles to left. Cranepool did not get to the ball in time. And Jerry Koosman does not get the save. Seaver gets the loss. So the mad scientist doesn't work tonight. What a game. Houston wins. They score 3 in the bottom of the 10th after giving up 2 in the top of the 10th. And they win the ball game 5-4. Say no more. The Metropolitans lose. There's no joy in Mudville. The mighty Casey couldn't get the last out. What a ball game, folks. Joe Ferguson comes through in the clutch, 0 for 4. Not anymore. He's 1 for 5 with 2 ribbies, and he won the game. As Randall couldn't get the ball, it shot past him down in that left field corner. Cranepool didn't dig it out in time. Sliding in safely on the relay throw was Watson. 5-4 Houston victory. We will go. The screen will turn black for a moment. We will go to the scorecard. And an unbelievable ball game. Houston gets their revenge. They lost in extras yesterday. I would have played it the same way. I brought in the best pitchers I had to win a game, and that's what you have to do when you play as a bad team. You can't let any game go by without a win. You play every game like the 7th game of the World Series. That's why it's fun managing these teams. That sucks. This is exactly the way the 66 Red Sox season started to go, where I'd lose a ton of close ball games. Oh, well, it was fun. Damn, I wanted that game. Alrighty. Let's go to the chat, say our thank yous, and we'll quickly go through this. There's a lot of fun, patient people. As Todd B says, Seaver should stick to starting. Eckersley, he is not, LOL. Terry T says good night. Good night, Terry T. Thank you. Beatles Attorney says, great game, Al. Sports Time Machine. Ferguson was a 6. Oh, wow. 6R in Strat. That was a good call, Al. Yeah, thanks. It didn't work, but I would have done it again, Mr. Utah Mike. Hold on a second. I hear some. Bear with me a moment, please. Thought I heard something. Sorry about that. All right, let me quickly say the thank yous, and we're not going to keep you any late. That was a fun game. Mr. Utah Mike once again says, a 6R in Strat means he hits right-handed pitching like the Dickens. So thanks for telling me. I could have went to Merrick, who's a starter / reliever. I'm not going to go with Kuzman anymore because I've done that a couple of times. It just doesn't work out well. 1 out away from a victory. Anyway, thank you to Beatles Attorney. Please check out that wonderful channel. All things baseball and much more. Thank you to Todd B., excellent friend of the channel and the community. Thank you to Living My Rhapsody. That's the lovely LMR. Please subscribe to her channel. Also, all things entertainment such as Game of Thrones, Doctor Who, Westworld. It's like a talk show. Please subscribe. Check it out. Thank you to Terry T for stopping by, another great friend of the community and the channel. Thank you to Joe Perchy. Thank you very much. He says, good game. JT Dutch, thank you. He says, oh! LMR says, Al's energy. Well, he crushed right-handed pitching. So it didn't work out. It didn't matter. So you're right. I brought in the lefty to face him, but he didn't hit lefties. He did on this occasion, so he won the battle and the war. Thank you to Clinton Parks. Please check out that wonderful baseball channel. He's going to be streaming a doubleheader, I think, tomorrow or over the weekend. I'll be there. Thank you to Amanda Kane. JT Dutch, I'm pretty sure I said thank you to. Thank you to US Patriot 4163, another wonderful military strategy channel. Please subscribe. Thank you to Sports Time Machine. That's Mr. Utah Mike. Another wonderful sports channel. Again, please subscribe. Support those who support us. Dave Little, he's was here earlier on. Another wonderful sports sim channel. He just started doing it. See, as Beatles Eternally wonderfully said, we're not in competition with one another. We support one another. Well said, Mr. Beatles, on your stream. Continue. We had my God, Farm 1. Thank you very much. Another good friend of the channel. What's Blazing in Sports for all things boxing? That's T-Dub. What's Blazing in Sports? Please subscribe. Anthony O'Hea, thank you for stopping by, my friend. Scroll. The original Grognard, OG. All things military strategy, space strategy, sports strategy. Wonderful, fun channel. JD was here. I missed him. Thank you very much, my friend. Check him out. Lots of PS4 gaming on his channel. He has the final season of the Telltale game. I actually remembered it. For The Walking Dead coming up. Also doing some Red Dead Redemption. And some Call of Duty. And some UFC on the PS4. And some Madden. Baseball Demos with Dave. A fun card and dice baseball channel. Another must subscribe. Dave Gardner, please subscribe to that. And that's hockey. His site is hockeytournaments.com if you're looking for a hockey tournament or a league. And his YouTube channel is Dave Gardner. Larry Harris, thank you very much, my friend. Hope everyone enjoyed it. It was a wild, woolly game. That's why we love playing the Metropolitans. Rosie Cunningham, thank you. Check out her channel. All right, that's said and done. Let's quickly go through the box scores, and then I shall say no more. All right, as I like to do, we go pitching first. Craig Swan, 7 innings, no decision, 8 hits, 2 runs, both earned, 1 home run. And what a killer that home run was. It was J.R. Richard, the pitcher. He walked 2, struck out 4. Lockwood, 2 solid innings, 1 hit, no runs, no walks, no Ks. Seaver took the loss. He's now 8-6, 2/3 of an inning. Couldn't lock down his second save 2 days in a row. 2 hits, 3 runs. They were all earned. 1 walk when Kuzman couldn't get the final out. Joe Ferguson doubles in 2 runs. And Houston wins 5-4. J.R. Richard went 9 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs, both of them earned, no homers, 2 walks, 3 Ks. His strike total was way down. Strikeout total. Sambito picks up the win. He's now 3-1. 1 inning of work, and it wasn't good. 3 hits, 2 runs. They were both earned. The Mets had a 4-2 lead going to the bottom of the 10th, and they couldn't hold it, as I stated. And as you've seen, they lost 5-4. Player of the game. Player of the game. What I love playing Mets baseball in 1977. J.R. Richard. I can't complain with that, but I'm going to give a co-player of the game the winning double by Ferguson. The Mets stranded 6 runners on base. Houston 7. Let's go to the batting. Lenny Randle 2 for 5 with 2 runs scored. Bruce Beauclair 1 for 4 with a run scored. Seaver actually pinch hit. And then came in to pitch and take the loss. He was 0 for 1. Kuzman pitched, did not hit. He blew the save. Stearns 1 for 2 with 3 ribbies and a walk. He had a sac fly for a ribby. Cranepool 1 for 5 with a ribby and a strikeout. He doubled. Milner 0 for 4 with a strikeout. Mazzilli 1 for 4. He extends his hitting streak to 9. Felix Millan 0 for 3 with a walk. Mike Phillips, 1 for 3. Jerry Grody, the pinch hitter, 1 for 1. Bud Harrelson, pinch ran, stayed into play short. He scored a run. Swan was 0 for 2 with a K. Kingman almost jacked one out to dead center, but Cedeno made a wonderful catch, and Kingman just missed. He was 0 for 1. Lockwood, pitch did not hit, and Vail, the pinch hitter who stayed into play right, was 0 for 1. The Mets in defeat, 36 at-bats, 4 runs, 8 hits, 4 ribbies, 2 walks, 3 Ks, 1 double, 1 triple. For the victorious Houston Astros, Cesar Cedeno 2 for 5 with a run scored and a triple. Enos Cabell 2 for 5 with a run scored and a strikeout. Jose Cruz 1 for 5 with a run scored. Crawford, another honorable mention here. Actually, he should be another co-player of the game. 3 for 4, he knocked in 2. Watson 1 for 3 with a run scored. He walked twice. Ferguson really didn't have but yeah, I got to give him credit. He knocked in the winning runs. 1 for 5. He struck out 3 times, but he got his revenge. He doubled in the 2 winning runs in the bottom of the 10th. for the 5-4 victory. Art Howe 0 for 3 with a walk. Gonzalez, the shortstop, 1 for 4. J.R. Richard, the pitcher, 1 for 2 with a run scored. He hit a homer and struck out. Howard, the pinch hitter, 0 for 1. And Zambito pitched, picked up the win, but did not hit. The Astros in the victory. 37 at-bats, 5 runs, 12 hits, 5 ribbies, 3 walks, 5 Ks, a double, a triple, and a home run. They hit for the cycle as a team. So the Mets fall to 31-25. Oh, we were so close to picking up a 32nd win. And the Astros now better their record to 34-23. We're not going to go to the recap. It has been a fun, long stream. I greatly appreciate everybody. And we'll just put the recap on like this. So if someone wants to read it. So thank you very much. Till next time, watch out for the curveball in the dirt. As the mad scientist known as Al Red Sox fan, and then 77 Metropolitans go down to defeat, but it was a fun one. Mets now 31-25. We will see you in the next broadcast of What I Don't Know and When I Don't Know, but it will be soon. All right. Health and happiness. Take care. Bye-bye. God bless. And you know what's coming, folks. You know what's coming. Peace!